This digital essay will journey through the challenges that LGBT African American young adults ages 18 to 21 may face when attempting to access mental health treatment. According to NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Health, without good mental health, individuals cannot be healthy. At some point, as individuals and people, we all experience emotional ups and downs, and from time to time, different events in our lives may cause mental health brief issues. Mental health conditions go beyond those emotional reactions to specific situations. They are medical conditions that cause changes in how we feel, how we think, and in our mood. The LGBTQ community faces mental health issues just like anyone else. However, they may experience more negative mental health outcome due to biases and prejudice. According to NAMI, knowing what challenges this community may face is how we can better assist them. LGBTQ is a friendly term used in the gay community. It stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning, or queer. So why does the LGBTQ community, specifically African American young adults, face challenges when attempting to access mental health services? In the journal article titled Sexual Orientation, Victimization, and Mental Health Amongst the LGBT Older Community suggests that at some point, an LGBT individual may experience some form of victimization or discrimination based on their sexual orientation. The authors DeAndrago and Grossman suggest that some practitioners providing services to this community may be homophobic, and this could hinder the process. Also, the fear of embarrassment, shame, and coming out may be reasons why this community faces discrimination. So how does mental health conditions affect the LGBT community? According to research, LGBTQ individuals are almost 3 times more likely than others to experience a mental health condition such as depression, generalized anxiety, and PTSD. This fear of coming out and being discriminated against for sexual orientation and gender identities can lead to depression, suicidal thoughts, and substance abuse. LGBTQ people most confront stigma and prejudice based on their sexual orientation or gender identity, while also dealing with the societal biases against mental health conditions in general. Some people report having to hide their sexual orientation from those in the mental health system for fear of being rejected and ridiculed. Some hide their mental health conditions from their LGBTQ friends. So how can we help African American LGBTQ individuals access mental health treatment? One, we have to recognize that the LGBT community face profoundly enormous amounts of challenges when it comes to accessing mental health treatment. We have to understand the disparities and understand that providers' attitudes and how providers are educated can affect this population. Remembering the social influences on the lives of African American LGBT young people is very critical. Social supports play a vital part in mental health, and the role of social structures such as religious institutions, church, community organizations, families, schools, workplaces, and mental health agencies all impact the lives of LGBTQ individuals and should be understood more fully. Also considering that there's more research needed to develop the effectiveness of interventions when working with this community. Agencies should develop cultural competency questionnaires and cultural sensitive questionnaires when working with this population. So how does the LGBTQ African American community find a provider? Where do you go from here? How do you break the stigma? It is crucial to remember that the LGBT community may be hesitant to access mental health care due to the fear of being discriminated against. While this is a concern that's completely understandable, it is important to seek help. Finding a mental health care provider that takes into account the individual's personal experience and how mental health may affect and impact their recovery is essential. While there are some LGBTQ specific mental health treatment centers and providers, specifically right in Baltimore, Chase Braxton, who provide care and who are LGBTQ friendly and cultural competent, the majority of centers and providers do not know how to treat the LGBT community and are consciously or unconsciously biased. So it's just vital to understand that and to try to find a mental health provider that one can trust or that they feel comfortable with and safe. Ideally, an individual may feel more secure in receiving services from an LGBTQ friendly agency or community. In conclusion, there is more research, training, education, awareness that should be done and taken into consideration amongst social work practitioners regarding helping the LGBTQ African American adults community. A practitioner should be culturally competent and sensitive when providing services to this community to avoid discrimination. Policies could be developed at places to avoid discrimination, and individuals should seek mental health treatment regardless of the stigmas, but also the treatment should be culturally competent and sensitive to meet the needs of individuals. Thank you for listening to the Digital Essay. My name is Sakia Sanders. This digital essay is for Dr. Estreet's class, and this is the final project.